Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about prerequisite classes, which is commonly known as lower division of nursing school. And that includes things like your anatomy and physiology 1 and 2, the labs, if you have labs with those, most people do, microbiology with the lab, and pathophysiology and pharmacology if those are also included in your prerequisites. Some nursing schools make those actually part of the nursing program because they're coded with the NURS prefix. So we're just going to talk to you a little bit about how I did with all these. And I actually took them at different schools. I took anatomy and physiology 1 and 2 and microbiology, and all 3 of those classes had the labs at a small school because I wanted some degree of accountability for those, and the small school offered those classes. I think there were probably about 20 to 25 people in our class, and each class lasted 6 weeks. They were 6-week sessions, so I took them within, it was less than a semester for all 3 of those classes with the labs. And I did great because it's a small class size. The teachers, gave out their phone numbers to you if you had any questions. They would rather you call them or text them than to worry about not getting it right on the test. So I really enjoyed that. Patho and pharmacology, though, I took at a bigger school, the school I thought I was going to apply to, or I did apply to, and got into the traditional program there. And it's a lot different at a bigger school. I want to say there were something like 200 people in each one of my classes for patho and pharm, and it was not, mostly it was the same people, but not always, because some people did what I did. I took patho the first semester and took pharm the second semester because it's a lot of information, and they don't have any kind of recommendation for, hey, you have to take these together, kind of like you have to do the anatomy, the A&P with the lab. It's not really like that, and I was afraid I would get too bogged down with information, so I did take them separately. And I guess some suggestions for taking patho and pharm: just stay on top of your studying, and when you're taking pharmacology, if you take it separate, be looking back at your patho stuff and be able to relate, the drugs that you're learning about back to, diseases that you may have learned, or different body reactions that may affect, anything like that. And the biggest thing that I found that helped me with pharmacology was I made a flashcard template for each drug, and I'll hold this up here so you can see it. And each card that I made looked exactly the same. It had the generic name and the brand name, and then it had the uses, the class of drug, the method of action, the pregnancy category, any side effects, adverse reactions, life-threatening reactions, contraindications for taking the drug, any nursing implications for giving it, and typical dosages. So I made this for every single class. And then basically, this is the binder that I made, and it was divided up. Each section of pharmacology that we took was basically a different class of drugs. Like the first one, for example, was antibacterials. The second was cancer. The third one was fluid and electrolytes, IV fluids. And basically, I would take notes during class on my computer and take information from the PowerPoint slides as well, because the majority of lecture was from PowerPoint, and type them in my own words so that I knew what they were, and then from this take the information and then put it onto this card format. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this format with you guys. I have actually made a new Freebie Friday, and I'm going to do it a little early because it's Sunday, and I'm going to go ahead and put that into the Dropbox. So if you want it, go ahead and hit subscribe. If you're already subscribed, you're going to get that delivered right to your inbox. Maybe it'll help you study a little bit. If you have any questions, just leave them down below, or you can find my contact form on my blog.